add a bunch of things to your Netflix queue and you don't watch them. So there's a thing. That's a thing.
So that's a thing. This might be a little bit too clear, but I don't know. Hi guys, my name is Ashlee DuPree. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're doing So That's a Thing. That's right, girl. Okay, it's gonna be so much fun. Yeah, I had a really good time the last one, so just might as well do another one. Alright, actually, get a blanket. Because as is the way, I like to be comfortable. Let me do this, okay? Game of Thrones. All right, Game of Thrones. You had a series finale, girl. Okay, it was season 8. Okay, a lot of us have given a lot of our time and a lot of our energy, okay, into Game of Thrones. And HBO, you've made a nice chunk of coin off of Game of Thrones. But you know, what I won't be here for is Dan and Dave. You're writing. Sis, not saying that I'm a writer, not saying that I can actually do what you do. However, what happened is that you fucked it up. Sis, this season had probably the most range. I will give that to you. You had probably the best episode of any TV show that I have seen, girl. The battle, girl, oh, it went down. Sis, it went down. Okay, those White Walkers, the Night King, death versus the living. It was iconic. That episode, oh, that was an episode, girl. That was an episode, okay? But the past few episodes, you know, these last two, episode 5 and 6, season 8, you just threw everything out the window. It was like, wrap it up, we gotta go. I felt like I was in line. You know, on a busy, like, holiday season, you know, and just, you know, the checkers are like, girl, come on, turn these customers around, girl, this line, hurry up, get it in. I don't care if it's in the bag, right? Just kind of put it halfway in the bag and slide it towards them and move on to the next person. That's kind of what I felt like. My good sis, Daenerys, I am so sorry, okay, that you had to go out like this. Okay, let's put this in. To the actors and actresses, you know, you acted your asses off. Let's not have the writing, okay, and the way this season has played out take away from the fact that you guys are skilled, okay, thespians. You really are. You gave those characters life, okay? And yes, the writing might have tried to, you know, take all life away, but I will say I was very impressed with the acting this season and every season. You guys you really have just come into your own. Arya Stark, you are iconic. Okay, Sansa, girl, you have become iconic. I will say, she said the North, sis, has always been a free country or free region or wherever she said, so it will continue to operate as such, okay? Yes, you have my brother, but sis, I'm a leader now. What I'm not here for is that Arya is now gonna go and travel the world, okay? She's gonna go discover America. She's gonna Christopher Columbus her way into a place, and that's not what I want from a good sis, okay? Because we know the real history behind that. You can discover anyway. I don't like that, okay? Bran being the king, it seemed like this was destined to be from the beginning. He already knew, so he sat his ass back and just let the shit play out, and could have really made sure none of this happened in the first. I don't know, if you got all that power, girl, and you see the future, girl, you know, you can change it, and then you'll be able to see what happens and then change that again. I mean, maybe it's too much power, maybe it's an abuse of power, and so that's why he didn't really do that. But anyway, he's the king, okay, of the 6 kingdoms. They made sure, girl, 7 kingdoms, my ass. No, 6 kingdoms. Tyrion boo. Here's why I have a problem with you. I have really liked your character. I think the growth over time, you know, over the series has just been really amazing for you. You've always, I think, put forth your intelligence to manipulate all these hoes. And what I thought was really interesting is that you went out doing that exact same thing. You manipulated all these hoes. Okay, she's like, look, my brother, he has died, okay? Which, you did that. You told Jamie when you were releasing him that, like, hey girl, you want to die here? Or do you want to die being with the woman that you love? Okay. I mean, you basically said that. So you knew there was a possibility he was gonna die, girl. So I don't know why you're so upset with Daenerys about that. But anyway, I thought you were about to assassinate Daenerys, and I was like, this is not gonna happen, Drogon, if you don't swoop your ass down here, okay, and pick his little tiny snack size ass up and just go on about that business. But luckily that didn't happen, okay? You threw your hand, okay, down the steps, and Daenerys was like, bitch, excuse? Oh, take him away. Jon Snow, your weak ass gets on my nerve, okay? Like, I really believe in you, or at least I believed in you a couple seasons ago. I really did. I was like, look at this man. Look at this man. Okay, he's king of the north. He's Ed, fast, you know, leader of the Night's Watch, and fast. He was doing all that. He was everything, okay? Getting over everything, came back from the dead. Granted, Melisandre was the one who did that for you, but like, I don't know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, girl. Yeah, I did have faith in you. In the past couple seasons, you have just... I feel like it has just been downhill since the Battle of the Bastards. I just don't know. Like, I feel like you just were up and you peaked and now you're down. Whew. I want to give this moment to Daenerys versus giving it to you, but I guess let's just go there. When you took your ass downstairs, okay, and you met up with Tyrion and his ass, it made me so angry. You allowed him to manipulate you. Because you know what? She was your queen. Okay, she would always be your queen. You were going to stand by her even though you knew, okay, sis might be taking things a little bit too far. She might be going overboard. Like, she may be a little bit, like, you know, sprung out on the power. She might be, you know, she had a taste of it and then, you know, I really want a taste of it. I want a taste of it. You want a taste of it. I can tell you really want a taste of it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't like it. But like I said, I don't want to give you too much because this moment really belongs to Daenerys, so I just want to talk about that, but let's take it back even further, okay, with the start of the episode when you were tramping your ass all through the town. You saw the burning and the death and the destruction. You came over, and I'm sorry, Grey Worm was about to take you out. I don't know if you know, but when you put your hands on Grey Worm was like, look, I done already lost the love of my life, okay? I am in a foreign region, okay, where I know there is so much prejudice and the way that y'all look at me is not okay and I'm not here for it, okay? He was not having it. And then he was like, look, I have orders, okay? I'm loyal to the queen. Sis, not you, the queen, okay? You may be sleeping with the queen, but you aren't the queen, okay? You're not the ruler, no. And you almost lost your life, okay? You almost did. You better be glad that old boy was there, that he really deserves for me to know his name, and I don't know his name off the top of my head, but you just better be glad that he was there to save you and pull you back because Grey Worm was not about to have any of you. Let's go back. We're gonna go back to when Daenerys, I mean, girl, breaker of chains, okay? She was having her moment, okay? And I'm sorry, when she walked into that throne room, I mean, it really didn't have a roof and most of the walls were torn down, so it wasn't really like a room at this point, but what was the throne room? When she walked in there and she saw the Iron Throne, the way that the cinematography was happening and the way that they were you're going back and forth between like her and the throne, I knew not one cheek was going to touch that throne. And all I thought about was 8 seasons. 8 seasons. All that she's gone through. Raped, sold, beaten, okay, overcoming, okay, this sexist, okay, regime, time and time again, okay, with everybody she encountered, all of that. And not even one cheek touched the seat of that throne. I mean, I was surprised that they even had her reach her hand out and put it on the armrest. I was surprised that she even got that far because I knew that they were gonna go and just have her work so hard and yet not even achieve what she set out to achieve, which was, and she said it over and over again, I will sit on the Iron Throne. I will sit on the Iron Throne. I will sit on the Iron Throne. And I know you guys are saying, well, that's figurative. She just meant that she would be the ruler of the 7 kingdoms. That's what she meant. Yes, that's what she meant, but I'm sorry, physically and literally what that means is she needs to sit her ass on that Iron Throne. And she didn't sit her ass on the Iron Throne in this last episode. And that's bullshit to me. This bitch is he's about to murder her. He's about to murder her, and I'm sorry. When you did, I about lost it. I was done with you. I was over. You were done in my book. I was like, I know he didn't do this to my girl. I know he didn't do this to my girl. I didn't do it. And then Drogon came and said, fuck this. Okay, if my mother is not sitting on the throne, nobody's sitting their ass on that throne. Nobody, not anybody, okay? And he burned it and said bye-bye, and then said, hey, I know that you're a Targaryen. I know that that's, you know, your ancestry. I know that's in you. It's in your blood. So, bitch, you're not my daddy. He really did. He really said no. He did a baby Future. He said, thanks, but no thanks. That's what he said. And scooped her up and flew away. I know we're doing like a prequel. They're supposed to be doing a prequel, okay, to Game of Thrones, but what I need is a sequel, and I need her to come back as like the Night Queen, okay, and just reign on all these bitches. I need blue fire everywhere. I just need it. It needs to happen. I'm just done. I'm so upset. Ugh. Let's skip ahead and go on over to, you know, these, I don't know, these regal figures. Let's just call them that, okay? These regal figures, okay, from across 7 kingdoms. Noblemen, is that? I don't know, I'm not gonna keep going over a semantics, girl. Okay, they were all gathered around, and then here comes Tyrion, his ass being brought up by Grey Worm. Tyrion can talk his way out of anything. It's been that way for the past 8 seasons. He really did just say, y'all are all smart, like, just pick a king, okay? I don't know his name, but he really did stand up, okay? It was like, so I have all of these achievements. I believe myself to be an honorable man. Sansa said, if you don't sit your ass down, it ain't you. It ain't never gonna be you. And then Sam, is that Tarly? Samuel Tarly, is that his name? He chimed in and was like, girl, you really need to not say nothing, girl. This is comical. People started laughing. They were like, girl, no. And they moved past that, and here comes Tyrion. Talking about, you know, Bran the Broken. I said, girl, the Broken? You gonna be the king and you gonna call him the Broken? The Broken? Oh, okay. And then here comes Bran talking about, why you think I came all this way? I said, I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. You let all this play out just so you could be, that just disgusted me. Then, okay, something that hit me, and I tweeted about this, I was like, so you mean to tell me that you convinced Jon to kill Daenerys to then not suggest that he rule? What? Like, you didn't even get a vote? Like, you didn't even give him your vote? And granted, you knew they were not having it. They weren't. Okay, he killed the previous ruler. They weren't having it. So anyway, Bran becomes the king. Then of course they had all these sequences and stuff, and Jon was like talking to, who was it? Sansa, Arya, and Bran still got on my nerves. Arya was like, I'm gonna go explore, and I was like, girl, do whatever. And Sansa was like, yay, I'm gonna rule and I'm gonna miss you or whatever, and I did what I could do, and will you forgive me? And I was like, don't shut up. Don't forgive her. Because I knew he was about to say, yeah, I do, or whatever, and he probably did, but I just like glossed over it because I was just so disgusted. So he was gonna go to the Night's Watch, and he's like, I thought the Night's Watch was done, I thought there wasn't a Night's Watch, but apparently there's still a Night's Watch, so that's where he's going. This is the closing sequence, right, where we get like them wrapping up all the stories. Tyrion walks in to like it wasn't the round table, girl, this is not Knights of the Round Table, but you know what I mean, it was a table, and that's all the hot people that report to the king, they were there, okay? And then when I saw Brienne walk in, I was like, oh yes, girl, I love you, sis, but you really should have been writing your own story instead of writing some story about some man who left you to go sleep with his sister and die with his sister after he done taken your virginity and stuff a couple of times. I just don't see you after you was crying outside in the snow looking stupid. Anyway, you did that and that happened, so that was that. Then we get the sequence where everybody's like coming into their own or whatever, and Sansa looked gorgeous. Beautiful. Arya, stunning. I thought she looked great. I love that she was on a ship. That was beautiful. Bran, whatever, he's gonna locate Drogon with Daenerys' dead body. Jon, of course, is like being taken to the Night's Watch. And again, I should know this man, but I just don't know his name, but I like him, little redheaded, huge person who's with the Wildmen, and all of them are there, and I was like, okay, so what's gonna happen? Then they go out, and then the gates close behind him, and I was like, oh my god, wait. So they didn't send him to the Night's Watch, they sent him like to where the Night's Watch was, and then banished him completely. I was like, oh my god, wow. So that was Game of Thrones, okay, season 8, episode 6, you know, that was kind of wrapping it up. If it's evoking an emotion from me, it was probably a good season. You probably did what you needed to do if I feel a certain way about it. You're never gonna be able to please everybody. It's gonna divide the fan base. That's just the way that it is. But I will say, it was a great piece of television. Iconic piece of television with a shitty ending. All right, that's that. That's it for this one, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe being the most important. And of course, if you do subscribe, please turn on notifications. That way you can be notified of when I make my next video. Girl, you know you wanna do it. Everybody's doing it. Well, some people. My name is Ashlee DuPree. You can follow me on all of my social media. I'm AMD Smiles Beauty. That is AMD Smiles with a Z, Beauty. On Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. And until next time, stay tuned.